Morning, Monday morning. Lack and Cabby here, how are you doing? Sorry for the lack of videos. I've just been busy and having some family time. I had a lovely barbecue yesterday and it was delicious. And I had an early night. I was in bed by about 9:30. Didn't sleep up, I was just chilling out. Right then, it's the eve before we play our nemesis, Coventry City. And after that, just fantastic performance at Coventry. We've got it all to do again at the Stadium of Light tomorrow night. And we'll be talking about it tonight in the Mackham Cabby Davey and Richie show. 8 o'clock. And I think we'll be having Martin Smith, the former Sunderland, the son of Pele, possibly coming on the show tonight. So then we'll go to the Stadium Light with a 2-1 lead. And what Sunderland must not do is defend that lead. Try and defend that lead for as long as possible for 90 minutes. Yes, you've got to defend, I know that. Of course you've got to defend. But not park the bus. I do not want that match tomorrow. Sunderland literally saying, right, come on then, come at us for 90 minutes. Because if that's the case, we'll not be going to Wembley, because Coventry City is still a very, very dangerous side. They knocked Middlesbrough out of the playoffs last time they were in the playoffs at the Riverside. They are a dangerous, dangerous team. And Frank Lampard, he may not have so much as the experience as a manager. He's got his critics, but he's certainly got the experience of a player and being in the big games and situations. So he'll know how to handle it. Mark my word, he will. I expect Coventry to come out of the blocks, even though without the Stadium of Light, because they'll be pushing for that goal, which will hopefully make them vulnerable at the back. But Sunderland must go and play attacking football as well. Didn't defend, because you're going to be in trouble if you got that attitude for the whole 90 minutes. Not the fact like, well, we'll just we'll protect that 2-1 lead. We'll protect our 1-goal lead. Let's just park the bus for 90 minutes, lads. Then it won't work. It'll frustrate the Stadium of Light. The Stadium of Light will become a library if that's the case. It's going to be a full house at the Stadium of Light. Everybody's up for it. But you know what happens to the Stadium of Light if it's a nervy atmosphere? If Sunderland looking uncomfortable, you'll get a pin drop, and that will play into Coventry City's hands. Of course, if Sunderland get an early goal, then that means we're 3-1 up in the tie. But there is that worry that Sunderland could get it into their heads that the tie's done and dusted. We're 3-1 up. Let's switch off. That is also the danger. It doesn't matter if Sunderland can 1-0 up. If the 2 goals up within the first 10 minutes and the 4-1 up in aggregate, they must not take the foot off the gas. They must not take their eyes off the ball. Because even if we were, say, 4-1 up, we're nowhere near home and dry. We've got to 100% be switched on. Look what happened at Coventry when we scored. Say the most vulnerable when you score, aren't you? And that's exactly what happened. The adrenaline was still running through the veins of the players. Then they switched off for that split second and they equalised within a minute or 90 seconds afterwards. So, am I confident in that? Well, I'm sort of 50-50, because it's still just that 1-goal lead. I know how dangerous Coventry are. We've lost the last 3 at home. Against, like, was it Swansea, Hull City and QPR. That needs to be sorted out for tomorrow night. If we defend as well as we have done and we did on Tuesday night, we're home and dry, dare I say it. You know, definitely start Ballard again, because he's just a rock in the back, isn't he? A mental game as well. Let's just hope Sunderland are up for it. Sunderland are up for it. I'm playing the right formation. Because, have you noticed, with Isidore as well, he seems to thrive on balls being played through to him, so he runs at the goal. That seems to be his strength. He's not the best on the end of crosses, things like that. You know, if we can have them side splitting passes like what Enzo Lafay did the other night, and just carves defences open, the pace of Mienda and Isidore, it'll destroy defences. And that's what we're going to try and look at, playing them great balls through to releasing our two weapons. I mean, they will be coming at us, Coventry, which will enable us to break. And we must break with speed, and with speed we can break. Like I say, they've come forward, they've missed a chance. Get the passes out there and release the two torpedoes of Isidore and Mienda, because no one will catch them, especially Isidore. And I know he went dry for, was it 12 or 13 games without a goal, but we all know what he's got in him, what he's got on his locker. So that's what they need to do, and they do attack with speed and intent. No mucking about, no sideways, backwards passing like they have been in the last 5 league games. Counter attack, get the balls threaded on the ground. None of these high ball bollocks up. Get the, like that pass, Enzo Lafay, that pass, it was class, wasn't it? On the deck, it was fast, it was precise. Just totally carved the defence open. That's what we need to do when Coventry are coming forward and they're left a bit vulnerable at the back. So there we go. I mean, it's going to be, of course it's going to be a nerve-wracking game. How am I going to call it? Do you know, I just don't know. Oh God, I didn't know how I'm going to call it. If Sunderland have the attitude where we'll sit back for 90 minutes and protect the protect the one goal lead from 2-1 aggregate, and if we have that attitude that we're going to defend that for 90 minutes, then it's good night Vienna. We'll not be going to Wembley. Coventry will beat us something like 2-0, something like that. Or 3-0 if we try and defend. If we play defensively as good as we did against Coventry in the short periods, and we still showed that danger of attack, and I say Sunderland could do it. Sunderland could do it 2-0. They could do it 3-0. But as I said before, they have to defend, of course they do, but not to a method where you're just inviting them on all through the whole of the game. Of course you've got to defend. So I would like to see Sunderland get at them a bit more than what they did at Coventry, because we're at home. You just got to trust the players, Regis Labrie, and the system we're doing. So if we can stick to that plan and we're switched on, I'd say we'll win 2-0. If we have that attitude that we're going to defend and say, right, let's just be very cautious, then we'll lose 2-0. Because you cannot defend for 90 minutes against Coventry City, because they'll have you. Look what we need to learn what we did at the Stadium of Light when we scored 2 cracking goals and we're 2-0 up, and in the second half we were just utter dog's diarrhea. We were terrible, and we let them straight back in, and that's what will happen again, because they're a quality side. So we've got to be switched on right throughout, and we've just got to trust Labrie. So anyway, we'll talk about it tonight as well on the show tonight, 8 o'clock. Don't forget, Martin Smith possibly could be coming on the Matt McCabe Davey and Richie show. So there we go. Have a great Monday. I've just got one more day to go, and then it all starts again. The joys of the playoffs. So have a great day, and we'll see you tonight. Toodaloo.